What's up, Boulder? How you guys doing tonight? Give it up for Mike Word. That dude goes hard. Shout out to Greenlight Radio too for putting this live on the radio right now. Give a shout out to Greenlight Radio. And a big shout out to the Wandering Monks and this story. They put this on, so yeah. I'm Aaron. I'm with Real Change Colorado. You guys may be getting sick of hearing from us by now, but I got a couple questions. How many of you guys see that there's very real problems right now in our world today?
Yes, yes.
How many of you guys are ready to do something about it?
Yes. How do you guys use music as a tool, as a social lubricant to help enlighten people?
Okay, yeah. Basically, when I start off to write a song or a verse, I start it like I'm doing a college paper. If it's about anything other than my own personal experience, if it's about what's going on in the world around me, I usually do the research first, whether that's watching documentaries, taking notes, reading, just talking to other knowledgeable people, gathering from different sources, and then I actually make a little outline for the points I want to make in the song, and then the more I think about that, the more just one line will come up. And then it's a succession from there. I'll think of a rhyme to go on top of that line, and so it goes. But the goal is to package it in something presentable and enjoyable to listen to, so that we can have the same effect as maybe somebody reading a book that's really dry and just full of information, while presenting it with melody and even being catchy, and sometimes even being poppy isn't a bad thing. Because when you look at the pop that's in the mainstream right now, you see people saying a bunch of garbage and catchy melodies. So if we can spread good information, be conscious and be aware through catchy melodies and tight rhymes and good sounding beats behind it, then we're counteracting the bullshit in the market, and we're doing it on a grassroots level, but that's what it's all about. And the people that are going to listen are going to listen. They're the minority as opposed to the general population, and we're fully aware of that, but we still think we have a niche doing what we're doing, and we're going to keep doing it.
Work here, see, yeah, ready chase money like a dog chase bones. Something ain't working, you be losing your homes. Big banks like to process loans, one after another like you all was clones. The biggest trick the devil ever pulled, loaning big money to the people he control.
Wow.
Representing love, and that's my word, and I'ma do it to death, from my first to my last breath. I'm gonna live for the movement, know that improvement starts with myself. Yeah.
Well, I think it is important. I think it's important for women to have a voice in these times. Powerful voice, speaking to earth and change and manifestation. Women are so much about that cyclical rhythm, and it's just really fun to create rhythm and music that is healing and nurturing for people to make a difference in their lives.
And if you can't see the Wall Street cronies claiming all the turf for themselves and their homies, then you about to get jacked for your home when you out on the street and you can't get a loan. And catch you thinking, would you do it again? Give your vote to a black man just because he said he was a righteous man. So the people invite this man to make newer policies, same laws you never will see. Says a supposed righteous man. Why did the people invite this man to make newer?
All right, you're with who?
Wandering Monks Freedom Movement Collective. Freedom Movement has been going for about 12, 15 years. Wandering Monks the last 2 years. But Wandering Monks is the new project, so I got to represent it.
All right. Why would somebody, with all the music out there, what's your unique selling prospect? That's like a selling term. What's your unique selling prospect?
Yeah, it's like the elevator pitch, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know, I kind of feel like myself, coming from myself, I'm born black, white, and Native American, so I have this really unique combination, like I was saying, just trying to bridge cultural gaps of my white community, my black community, my Native people, and find that common ground. And I think just being born into that was my first blessing because it gave me the perspective to not be so tied into one philosophy, whether that's black culture or white culture or my native people, and it's kind of given me that framework to bridge the gaps off the base. But musically, I think our flexibility is we bring in like females like Elias Clay that are from Colombia, you know. My man Linguistery speaks Portuguese, and trying to bridge these gaps. You know, he's a young white man but is invested in Sao Paulo and third world countries, and so trying to change the stereotype of even the ignorant white male out there and bring all those, the woman's side, the female side, the male side, the contrast as we put it in the music, and bring that to the people, because that's what I believe is all the people relate to the foundation truth of what We Are Change is talking about, what the freedom movement's talking about, the love revolution. And so, like you're saying, if we can find a medium that communicates that to them in a way that's not making them feel judged or damned, or like we want to bring them down for whatever our damage is from the past, but find a healthy place where we're at to move forward.
Perfect. What can you find with what you guys offer that you don't find in the dominant music culture? What are they lying about, omitting and lying?
Yeah, exactly. And that would be the first thing, which I would say is just authenticity. Whatever you're putting out there, we don't have anything we have to hide. You know, like we're human and we're ready to put our damage on the table and put our faults and just all the things that make us the community that we are, first and foremost. So we're not trying to inflate our ego bigger than what it really is. You know, we acknowledge that we got it, but we're not out there trying to shine like Clear Channel's making the propaganda out to be to confuse the masses, because it's the same thing. And I don't even hold hip-hop culture or pop radio to that. I hold, just like We Are Change probably understands, some people at the top, you know, that are very intelligent and organized and want to see our people misconceptions about what the roots are, what hip-hop is, what black culture is, you know, and much less what's going to get us to the next stage and create abundance for the people, you know, because they don't want that, you know. And so I think musically we're bringing that out in the sense of challenging just all the norms, especially in black hip-hop, when you see what's been pushed as the gold chains and the bling bling and the drug dealer hype of our people that have been trying to make it up in the subculture in the black market, and inflate that into something that it's not, because what it is tied to the same things, the Rockefellers, the banking institutions, and historical oppression that is manifesting in music and everything we see in the arts and the real world and all that. And so authenticity, I think, is what's going to take in all these people, bringing our egos down to start to find humility and say, I may not have all the right answers, I'm not the G on everything, but I'm a human being and I'm going to put what I know on the table and start collaborating with my community and try to find common ground and be part of the whole, you know. No one man's above the people. So, and we're starting to see that with the government, with the Obamas and all these people that put their faith into these one man or one person systems, and finding out that, oh, you can't give up your rights to sovereignty and to being a self-determinating person and finding your path in this world by giving up your freedom to somebody else. And so we're seeing it being brought back to the people, to the roots, to the foundation. I think that's what our music is expressing.